Alright guys, this is Cullen with mLyfewraps.com, and today we're going to be doing a Slentre'd Helix. So, first thing we want to do is we're going to want to straighten two pieces of 24 gauge. Doesn't matter whether it's nichrome or Kanthal. We're going to straighten about that much right here. Bend this into like a 90, whatever. It doesn't make that much of a difference. I'm going to straighten this. Everyone knows how to straighten wire. Alright, so now we're going to clip this into two pieces. You know what, actually, we're going to do three. I take that back. I'm going to go with the 3/4 Slentre'd. That's what we're going to do. So we have one. Okay. Cut this in half. We'll go with 3. Smaller braid. I'm not going to do a huge one for this tutorial. So clip this even right here. Okay. And then we're going to clip this even here. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these. I'm going to tape both ends because it's going to be easier that way. So I just have Scotch painter tape. Okay. So I'm going to tape 2. So slide these over here. And we're going to tape both these ends. Keep in mind this is my first tutorial. So I've never done anything like this before. So we're going to tape this. I'm going to put this part into the vise, so it doesn't really matter if the tape is tight or not. I recommend that you use masking tape just because this blue tape fucking sucks. It's not sticky enough. So I would use the masking tape, the white tape. Duct tape's way too fucking strong. You can also bind the ends of the wire with some 40 gauge or 38 gauge. You could even use 36 if you wanted to. Oops. We're gonna cut that. Okay. Yeah, this tape's fucking garbage. Okay. So I'm not gonna use this tape. I'm gonna actually bind the ends with whatever fucking wire I have here. So you're gonna take, this looks like it's 40 gauge or 38 gauge. Clip this so you don't stab yourself with it. Okay. And then we're gonna bind the other end with this right here. It doesn't matter what you use. If you want a finer gauge wire, just wrap it around the end here. That's all you have to do. Just a couple times. Okay, and then you want to clip it flush. Oops. Right here. Alright, so we have this. It's a 3-core. Okay, and we're gonna braid around that in the Slentre'd style, which is a 5-finger loop. I'm gonna use 32 gauge kidney puncher. So I have to set that down for a second. I'm actually gonna use 28 gauge kidney puncher Canthal. Most people are gonna tell you to braid with nichrome, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Reason why people tell you to braid with nichrome is because it's stiffer. So you're gonna take 5. You want 5 pretty lengthy pieces of wire here, and I'm not gonna straighten it. Just gonna pull it off the spool here. So that's 1. Okay. That's 2. We have 3. And then here's 4. This is gonna be a really wide, fat fucking coil because I'm using 28 gauge with a 3-core 24. So this is gonna be fucking massive. It's you're gonna helix it. You're gonna want to probably my recommendation to helix, like to frame it with the twisted wire, would be to use 26 gauge nichrome or Canthal. Doesn't matter which one. So I'm gonna move this camera back. Okay, so I have, that's such a small area to work with. Okay. So, and I'll show you how to set the braid up. When I first started braiding, no one really did this part. They skipped straight to where they had the braid set up already. So I had to kind of figure it out myself, but and I'll show you how you set the braid up. It's actually really easy. You just want to do what I'm about to tell you here. So you clip these, you clip them even right here, keep this straight right here. Okay, so we have both of these. This is, let me count this, make sure it's 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here's 5. You just want to run your fingers along it. Okay, and you want to bend it in half right here. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, so you want to bend this in half. Okay, you want to crimp, kind of pinch this together right here. And since this is thicker gauge wire, I'm actually going to tie a knot instead of just twisting them together because it'd be easier that way. So tie a knot, you're just gonna wrap around right here. This is gonna be really fucking, just wrap it around to get it kind of like that. Okay, and then you want to cross it. See that? Cross it like this, and then this is fucking thick wire. Okay. Cross it. You know what I'm actually gonna do here is just do this, just wrap it around itself like that versus tying a knot. Okay. So you see how I did that right there? I just wrapped it around. Okay, and I'm gonna get pliers and I'm gonna crimp this. Okay. So it's basically If you can see this right here, it's like that. So now we're gonna mount this into the vise and we're gonna start. I'm gonna clip this because it's fucking bothering me. So we're gonna mount this into the vise with our 3 cores here. I'm gonna loosen this vise up. If I'm putting you to sleep, I'm sorry. Not talking very loud. So, okay, key point here. And you probably know this already, but you want your braid, like your loops, to be longer than this. So I'm gonna put this in a little bit further than this, right here, so that I have room. And I'm gonna tighten this up. And I'm gonna show you how to do the actual braid. I do a Slentre'd braid a little bit different. I don't actually keep my palms down like you're supposed to. I do it a different way. So you're gonna want to keep them from getting twisted right here. So it's probably hard to see. So right here, this is where. All right. Okay, so this is twisted, so I'm gonna untwist this. It's kind of all fucked up. Right here. I'll move the camera, I think. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna have this. I like to start with I like to start 2 on my left hand and 3 on my right. It's just the way that I do it. It doesn't matter which way. As long as you get this clean. So this is gonna be a bitch. So I'm probably gonna cut this right here and get it once I fix it. Start videoing again. Okay, so this is good enough. It's gonna be kind of wonky at first, but okay. So if you can see here, so I have 5 loops, right? So I have 2 on this, I have my transfer finger, I have 3. Okay, and the way that I like to do this is, so I'm gonna release drop down here. So I'm gonna have it like this. Okay. Alright. So the way I like to do this is you keep palms down. Okay. I grab this, okay. So you see here, there's 1, 2, and 3. The one on your ring finger, you're going to grab with your index finger, the clean. You're going to bring it through. Okay, you're going to tighten it. You're going to make your transfer. So you see how I went from middle, ring, middle, and then clean. I have an empty index finger. I'm going to rotate this up because it's easier to grab that way. Make a transfer with this down here, move it up, okay, and I'm going to tighten it. I'm going to rotate my palms up, grab, make a transfer, go over, and I'm going to have that, okay, so I'm going to keep doing this. See how this is down? I made the transfer. I go like that. Go here, just keep doing this, and you'll see the braids start to take place here in a second. It's gonna be fucking so super huge. So just gonna keep doing this for a second, and I will show you. Okay, so you can kind of see it now. It's super wide. It's super wide because of the 28 gauge, but so I'm gonna do this for a second. So you just keep doing what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna do this one more time and show you. So okay, so say for example you started, actually it would be like this, right? So you'd have your index finger on this one and your middle finger on this one. You'd want to transfer, so you'd want to flip middle finger with the ring finger, so you have an open middle finger, and you want to do this, so you have an open index finger. And then I like to go down and you roll it over and then you tighten it, and you see how I already made that transfer. Okay, and then you can kind of just do that again. You see this, and I keep my palms facing each other because it's, I don't know, it's a palm down braid, but this is just fucking way easier for me. And you'll see, I'll take a macro, or I'll try to do a macro shot, because this is just, it's literally just way easier this way, in my opinion. And it's still forming a Slentre'd braid, because it's just fucking, I don't know, this is easier. So I'm just gonna keep going down this, and this really does, like, if you do it this way, it really doesn't take that long. If you can get the muscle memory down, it's like pretty fucking straightforward. Like, you see, it's forming like this ridiculous looking like super wide braid, and it's like, if you're watching what I'm doing right now, it's really not hard at all. Okay, and okay, here's a tip here that I'll do sometimes. So when it starts getting difficult, like if I'm poking myself right here, I'll just clip that end a little bit. Now, yes, it did unbind those wires, but it's not gonna make a difference because I already have like close to half of it braided already. So you'll see here. You just keep, and this is gonna be like, now I am using Kanthal for the braid, and I'll probably helix it with 32 Kanthal, or 34, I'm not sure which it is that I have that is Kanthal, just to keep the ohms from being way too low, even for a single coil. But I mean, if you are watching what I'm doing right here, this is like really easy to do. It's really not hard at all. As you can tell, it's pretty fucking cool looking braid, to be honest with you. It's the only braid I know how to do. Took me a little bit to fit. The hardest part for me was learning how to set up the braid to where my wires didn't get all fucked up. But it's just it's my first tutorial, and I'm honestly probably just going to braid the rest of this out, and then we'll move into the helix portion of it. The helix portion of it's honestly a lot, I don't know, it depends on your level of building, but okay, so see what I was talking about where it's poking me? I'm gonna clip that again. Okay, I'm gonna clip that because, okay, now this is where it gets kind of a pain in the ass, is, okay, and like where it gets, the loops get real short. This is where I move to the tips of my fingers. Sorry, I moved the camera. I'll move to the tips of my fingers, kind of do it with the tips of my fingers, or I'll grab with my thumb. I'll just grab it like that. Like, see how I just grabbed it? I'll just grab it like that. Okay, Okay, whoops. So that was, I messed up right there, so I actually was supposed to do this. See, okay, so I messed it up right here, so I'm going to show you what to do if you mess it up. So if you can see here, I messed up the thing, and then the wires are whacked. So, okay, so I'm good now. If you can see this right here, so now, hopefully I may have fixed it, I may not have, I'm not sure. Looks like it's fine. So I'm gonna move this so you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. So that's kind of what we're looking at right here. That's the braid, and it's a super wide braid. It's a super wide braid, as you can see. That's what it looks like. It's a Slentre'd. Okay, so that's the braid, and you're not really going to get that much of this, to be honest. You're really not going to get that much braid. So it's a single coil build. I mean, it's a fucking helix, so you're not going to want to, it's a helix. It's got a lot of fucking wire, so you're not going to want to, you are not going to want to dual this, because the ohms are going to be way too low. And honestly, the only thing you're going to even be able to is on a goon. Or like a pi squared or something. Something with fucking, like, either clamps. You could probably do it on a Turk RDA. But that's what we're looking at right here. That's what your braid looks like. And if you watch, that was real fucking easy. Really easy, to be honest with you. And to do a helix with this, you're really, it's gonna be the same thing. Same thing as a regular helix. And I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna clip this little shit off right there. Alright. So I'm wasting your time right now, I'm sorry. Alright, so to helix this. Now, to helix this, trying to decide. This braid came out pretty clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna helix it with, or we're gonna frame it. We gotta frame it first, so we're gonna frame this with nichrome, 28 gauge nichrome. This is mLyfewraps from KB Vapes. This is what I use for my builds on my website. Until I run out of this, then I'm actually gonna get some alchemy, some static wire. I want to try out that that nichrome 70. So, alright, so we're gonna need a decent, not very long, but we're gonna need about this much. Okay, about 3 spools worth, and this is a 100-foot spool, so it's a small spool. Okay, and I wasted a lot of wire right there. Okay, so you're gonna 90 it in Turk style and put a little 90 in it. So, okay, now we're gonna straighten this. Then we're gonna clip it in half, and and we're going to twist it together. And I'll show you. Actually, for this one, I'll show you here in a second. Hang on. For this type of build, like if you're helixing a braid like that, I've noticed that you want your like twists, and I'll show you. You want your twists to be, you want it to be kind of, I don't know what the word is for it. I'll just show you here in a second. You want your twist to be a specific way, so that your helix is, it's just for aesthetics. But if you're gonna go through the time and build a fucking coil like this, you definitely want it to look nice, right? For sure. So, alright. So I have these just in a, just two wires that I clip, two 28 gauge nichrome that I clip. I have a 90 in both. I'm just gonna twist these up. Move the camera. Dropped it. I'm using a fucking GoPro. So I'm gonna twist these up right here. And I'm gonna show you. You're just gonna twist this. If you don't know how to twist wire, you probably shouldn't be watching this tutorial. Alright, so you're just gonna twist this slowly. I'm gonna show you. So you want the waves to be kind of spread. You don't want them to be like super close together. Let me show you. To be, I'll take that back. Let's fucking crank about like that. And so we have, see if I had 26 gauge it'd be way better, but I don't. You probably want to do this with 26 gauge for sure. This is gonna look wonky. But whatever. So I'm just gonna clip this straight off the drill. I don't really even care that much. I'm gonna reset up this so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So just measure, you don't have to, yeah, just measure it with this. You can see what I'm doing. So you just want this twisted piece to be as long as your thing. Maybe a little longer. A little longer probably wouldn't hurt. And then you want to clip the same on the other end. I'm sorry, I'm like not in the camera. I've never done this before. I've never made a fucking video before. So if this is even halfway decent, I'll be very happy for you guys. So we have our Slentre'd. I say that word different every single time. So what we're gonna do is, since my tape fucking sucks, I'm gonna bind the ends with wire again. So it's gonna be like that. Okay. So I have some wire. Whatever the I think it's 40 gauge is what this is. Okay, where the fuck to go? Wherever. I'm gonna use this. And this is not very much wire. Like, this is not really a lot. This is gonna probably be very, this is gonna be even hard to do a single coil 3 wrap on. I'm gonna do it on a 2.5 millimeter. Wrapping this thing is kind of a pain in the ass, though. Once you finish it, wrapping it is kind of a bitch. So that didn't work. Okay. This is definitely 40 gauge. Longest video North America for a Reddit. Some dude on Reddit asked me to make this. I told him I would, and I'm doing it. So here's for you, dude on Reddit. Here's your shitty tutorial. Alright. So I'm gonna bind both ends right here. I'm trying to decide whether I'm gonna cut half this fucking shit or not. Okay, so this is a problem that I ran into, like when doing these. This is probably the fourth one of these that I've tried to do. So keep in mind, and it looks like I actually bound it pretty good here, but it's not a helix if it isn't framed, right? So you want this to be framing it, like on the edges. So sometimes it's gonna go like on the inside or something weird like that. So you want it on the edges, and it's gonna want to move whenever you go to helix wrap it, and I'm about to show you how to do that right here. So you're gonna mount this into a vise. I mean, in Homeboy OC's tutorial for a stapled helix, he does it in an alternating vise, and I can see why. Because being able to turn the wire would be real nice. And this is gonna be like the shittiest fucking helix tutorial ever because of my damn shitty GoPro. So I'm gonna helix this with 30. I'm gonna go with 34 gauge actually. I'm gonna do 34 gauge nichrome. Okay, so 34 gauge, 36. Yeah, I'm real organized, aren't I? I'm a fucking dirty motherfucker is what I am. Jesus Christ. Fucking try walking into my room without shoes on. Fucking A. God. Alright, just took this bitch off here. So, alright, so you're gonna take, I don't know. It doesn't matter how much, just enough. Whatever the fuck you think is gonna work. Because, can't see. Alright, so that's right there. Wrap this back around. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna show you, is, let's see that. Yeah, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna tie a knot around the vise right here. So it's like, I'm not even gonna knot it, I'm just gonna do that. So you see that? It's knotted. Okay. Then I'm gonna wrap this around. Okay, like this. And I wanna go overhand. Alright, so this is not really super difficult, but can be kind of touchy. So So what I'm gonna do is you wanna find how many little indentations that you wanna go. So most people are gonna do like either a 2 or a 3. Just want it to be even. And I twist these wires fairly well. You just want to helix wrap it. You want to make sure it's tight. You want to tug on it every time. So I'm just gonna go 2 is what I'm gonna do. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. So this is not a lot of this is a really small coil. It's a big coil, but it's not a very long piece of wire, so this isn't gonna take me very long. So I'm getting to the part to where it's bound, so I'm going to rebind it with this and then clip, so as you can see. So I'm not very good at doing that, but you can kind of tell if you can see. This is what I was talking about right here. Is it didn't want to frame. It's like on the inside a little bit, but so we have that. Okay, so that's our little helix, Slentre'd Helix. Get a macro shot, or I can try to with my. I don't have an olive clip yet. I'm getting one soon, but yeah, it's about what it should look like. And keep in mind that's a 3 core. Core stayed straight. Yep. It's I've never vaped one of these before because I don't have a like all I have is my Sub-Zero and my the fucking and the mod, the Sublime Innovations mod. All I have it in is in hybrid. So kind of see that real slow. So alright. Alright, so that video is 38 minutes for this very small coil. So once again, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's pretty much over now, but Merry Christmas. If you'd like, you can check out my website at mLyfewraps.com. It's mLyfewraps.com. And if you guys actually think I did any good with this tutorial, you can let me know. I can see if I can make any more. So, alright. You guys have a good one, and peace out, bro.